Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly legendary, the rebirth of an American icon, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. After years of silence, Plymouth has returned to the muscle car scene, and the Roadrunner is roaring back with modern performance, futuristic design, and that unmistakable, old-school soul. So sit back, because we're going to explore every single detail of this car, from its looks to the way it drives, and whether it's worth your hard-earned money when you first lay eyes on the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. It's impossible not to feel a sense of nostalgia mixed with pure excitement. The front design immediately captures attention with a low-slung, aggressive stance, a wide front grille inspired by the classic 1970s models, and sleek LED headlights that form a predatory expression. Plymouth has cleverly integrated modern aerodynamics without losing that vintage muscle appeal. The hood features functional air intakes that channel cool air directly into the engine bay, enhancing both cooling and performance. It's a look that tells you this car means business. Moving to the side. The proportions are absolutely perfect for a muscle coupe. You get long doors, flared fenders, and a sculpted body that combines retro lines with futuristic curves. The two-door setup sits on massive 20-inch alloy wheels, wrapped in performance tires that scream grip and control. The subtle Roadrunner badge on the fenders pays tribute to the original model, while the fastback-style roofline adds a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. The balance between old-school aggression and modern sophistication is spot on. At the rear, things get even more interesting. The back end is dominated by a full-width LED taillight bar that illuminates with a distinctive pattern, almost like a heartbeat when you unlock the car. The muscular rear bumper houses quad exhaust tips that produce a deep, throaty note when the engine comes alive. The small ducktail spoiler adds a hint of sportiness while improving aerodynamic stability. Everything about the rear design says this car isn't just for show, it's built to perform. Stepping inside the 2026 Roadrunner is like entering a time machine that's been upgraded to the future. The interior perfectly blends retro inspiration with high-tech luxury. The dashboard carries a horizontal layout reminiscent of the 1970s model, but it's wrapped in premium Alcantara, brushed aluminum, and soft leather. In front of the driver sits a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster with customizable gauges that can mimic the classic analog dials for a nostalgic touch. The center console features a massive 14-inch touchscreen that controls everything from navigation to performance. Settings: the seats are deeply bolstered sports seats with Roadrunner logos stitched into the headrests, offering both comfort and support during spirited driving. Ambient lighting, a premium Harman Kardon sound system, wireless charging, and even ventilated seats make this car not just a muscle machine, but a luxurious grand tour. The rear seats are surprisingly usable for a coupe, making it a car that's actually practical for short trips with friends. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, the heart of the beast. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner offers two engine options. The base model comes with a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 producing around 420 horsepower, while the top-of-the-line Superbird Edition packs a monstrous 6.4-liter supercharged V8, delivering up to 720 horsepower. That's enough power to launch the Roadrunner from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds. The car features an 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters and an optional manual gearbox for purists who want the full muscle car experience. Handling has been dramatically improved thanks to adaptive suspension, Brembo brakes, and a lightweight aluminum chassis that keeps the car planted through corners. It's no longer just a straight-line speed demon, it now handles with precision and confidence. The driving modes adjust throttle response, steering feel, and exhaust sound, allowing you to switch from a comfortable cruiser to a track-ready monster in seconds. When it comes to pricing, Plymouth has positioned the Roadrunner competitively. The base model is expected to start around $55,000, while the high-performance Superbird edition could push closer to $85,000 for what you're getting in performance, style, and heritage. That's a surprisingly reasonable price in today's market, especially when compared to rivals like the Dodge Challenger, Hellcat, or Ford Mustang GTD. If you're considering buying one, here's the verdict. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner isn't just a revival, it's a statement. It respects its history while embracing the future. It's got the looks, the power, and the technology to compete with the best of modern muscle cars. If you're a fan of classic American performance with modern-day refinement, this car might just be the perfect blend. However, if fuel efficiency and subtlety are your top priorities, you might want to look elsewhere, because this car was built for passion, not practicality. And that wraps up our detailed review of the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. It's bold, it's beautiful, and it brings back the glory days of muscle cars in a modern form. Let me know what you think. Would you buy the new Roadrunner, or do you prefer its vintage ancestors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep your engines roaring and your dreams rolling.